Hello and welcome to the Embracer Games archive. Finally, Mikael, we can today start with producing videos about the work that we are doing here at the Embracer Games archive. Building an archive, there's a lot of things to consider, and we want to take you along on our journey when we are building this unique and important archive for physical video games.
Exactly. So we want to share to you some moments here in the archive, maybe of us doing some unpacking of a new game collection of some kind, or maybe us explaining stuff about the database and so forth.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we can do videos about. Yeah. But starting today, Mikael, you will be our main star and you will show us one of our bigger collections, which consists of mainly hardware and accessories. So I'm really looking forward to you showing us that.
Yes.
But before we do that, let us give you some basic and general information about the Embracer Games archive. The archive is an initiative by the Embracer Group, and we want to promote the video game culture and the video game history. We want the games in the archive to be a helpful resource for others. For example, help out other institutions within game preservations, help video game developers and studios, help researchers, schools, educations, and so on. And maybe that our games can be exhibited at a museum or something to promote the video game culture.
Yeah, exactly.
But now, Mikael, I think it's time that you show us some games that we have in the archive. Yes, let's go.
Right. So we have opened up a path here for you people.
Yes. And we can start off by saying that all of these objects is from the same collection and same collector.
Yeah, it's our single biggest collection in the archive.
Yeah, and he's been collecting for 30 years, I think. And his whole basement were filled with all these objects. Yeah. And this is just a small part of his collection.
So we already have here in front of us tons and tons of hardware, and this is not everything. So it's crazy.
But it was a very good starting contribution for our archive.
It really was.
So I think, go ahead, Mikael. Just
there's
bring
so
out
much
whatever you
stuff
want.
Here. It's hard to know where to begin, but we can show you some things that we think are interesting in some way. So this is pretty nice, I think. It's the Dengo controller for the Sega Saturn. So Dengo is a popular arcade game in Japan, and this was the home version for it. So you needed like a train controller for it. And it was released for the PlayStation and Nintendo 64 also.
But it's like driving a train at home.
Yeah, it's a train simulator. Yeah.
Color vision, video art.
Yeah, and just besides of it, we have an Amiga 4000. So this was the Commodore company's biggest and meanest Amiga machine, basically. And it came out around the time in 1992 where things were going south for the company. So this was like the last thing that they released. Okay. And it's pretty sought after for that reason. Yeah. And here we have it in the archive in nice shape and in the box and everything.
Yeah, cool.
So it's pretty uncommon. And just here in front of us we have the integrated Super Famicom television by Sharp.
I really love that one.
Yeah, and we just happen to have two versions of it also.
And so convenient with having a console inbuilt into a monitor.
Yeah,
so here we have the small version and we have the bigger one here. Yeah. I think it's 20-inch on this one and like 14, 15 on.
Something around that, probably.
And you have the controller port down there.
Yeah, we do have one of the controllers for it.
Yeah,
it's exactly the same, but the branding is different. Yeah. So that's quite fun. Yeah. So much stuff here. This is pretty interesting, I think. Yeah. It's the TurboGrafx, but if you're paying attention, you see that there's no 16 at the end. Oh. So that's because this is a European version of a TurboGrafx. And it was basically not really around that much in Europe, but it was kind of released in France, for example. And it's pretty fun to have it here, I think.
It's the PC Engine in Japan. And I really like that they've chosen R-Type as the front cover game.
Looks cool, I think.
And you have something next to it,
Yeah,
turbo stick.
yeah. So
Is
this
it like
is
a controller or something?
yeah, it is. It's like an arcade controller for an arcade stick
Ah.
for your TurboGrafx 16. So yeah, this is the American brand here.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
What is this?
Oh, this is one of the
So an
early,
old Nintendo
early
logo
Nintendo
there.
consoles. So before the Famicom and everything, you had
Can you show it?
yeah, you had the Nintendo standalone
I've seen
units.
that
So
one
this
before.
was the one that used a steering wheel, but you also had like color TV game that was like Pong clones, and you had a Breakout clone.
Do I dare to open it?
You could try.
You can just have a look. There it is. Wow.
Yeah,
We need to try this one out eventually.
yeah, but it's antenna only, so it's kind of
Yeah.
hard to get up and everything. But we will do it.
Maybe if you change the side.
Yeah. Do we have something interesting here?
Starlink, and we
Starlinks.
have some
Yeah.
zapper. Oh,
Several
light guns.
light guns. Yeah, we do. We should have a lot of different light guns by now in the archive.
Yeah.
Uh,
Personally, I really love Time Crisis.
yeah, the gun con.
And
Yeah,
of course the zapper.
yeah. Zapper is a classic. They always have such
This-
interesting names.
Yeah. Is this like
Yeah.
a loose
Loose gun con. Standalone without a game. Yeah, and the Justifier. That's
Yeah.
a weird name for a firearm,
I
basically.
love this
Yeah.
cover with the pink
Yeah.
gun in front of a city.
Yeah, and with the Saturn, you had different colors for different regions. Have you ever thought about that?
No, I haven't.
So it's blue here in Europe, I think, but you have different colors for different
Okay.
for Japan and United
Yeah.
States.
It's a wonderful thing just to be around
Yeah.
all these objects. The Sega Master System, of course.
Yeah, and this is the Japanese Master System.
Ah.
That's it's a weird topic, but
yeah, we could talk about
yeah.
that for a while.
yeah. But basically, it used Mark III cartridges, so you couldn't use Master System cartridges. They're different in size.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a different thing than our Master System.
Yeah.
You can't; they're not compatible directly. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Top Rider.
Top Rider is like an inflatable controller, like an inflatable motorbike for your family computer, Famicom,
Yeah.
the Japanese NES, the classic Nintendo. So yeah, you tilted the bike to control the character in the game.
And I hope that inflatable bike hold up.
Yeah, it would be very nice. It would be very fun to try it, but I think I will break the controller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like that
Yeah.
it looks like the television is standing on the floor. I don't think that many people have the television on the floor.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, but nice. It's a fun thing that they
Yeah.
made it. Yeah, so much stuff here.
We have the Nintendo M82 for
Yeah,
trying test unit in
Yeah.
stores. The Famicom box.
yeah, a similar thing, but this
Yeah, I
was
think
like
it was for hotels.
intended for hotels. Yeah,
Yeah. You rented the key to you could turn it on basically. I think there were 7 games inbuilt in the Super Famicom. A lot of more Commodores.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to show this one.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I really
Afterburner,
like.
but it's not the typical Afterburner.
It's like a Game & Watch game, but
Yeah,
maxed out.
yeah,
But I don't know if these are actual screens. I
Yeah.
think they are more like stickers.
yeah. You couldn't possibly use all that when it's such a simple game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you can look at the other side here. Here you can see it more in detail.
Yeah.
But we really need to
Yeah.
try this one out as well.
so yeah, a glorified Game & Watch game.
I wonder how much of the arcade feeling they have captured.
It looks cool, at least. Yeah,
And as we said, there are objects everywhere.
everywhere. We could really talk about.
We have a Lynx kit
Everything.
case there.
Yeah. And Sega, the Mega Jet. This is kind of interesting. So
It's hard to
Yeah.
tell by basically
Yeah.
looking now, is it a controller or is it a gaming system or is it both?
yeah, it's like a Mega Drive built into a controller, but you still need a television and power to go along with it. If we look at the backside here,
Ah.
yeah. So you can plug a second controller into it,
Yeah.
But yeah, you still need the TV and everything.
Oh, I love these pictures.
Yeah.
You can put it in a bag, bring it home to your friends, and then put it into your drawer.
So
Wow.
not really a portable system, but we should point out that Sega, they made the Nomad, and that's a proper like portable Mega Drive.
Grundig Superplay Computer 4000.
Yeah, we are not that familiar with the Computer 4000, I shall admit.
But
we have to look into that.
But it's amazing seeing all these objects because you learn so much. There are tons of things here I didn't know existed.
Yeah.
And this is just a small part of video game history and culture.
Yeah. There's so much to see, so much to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some final objects, Mikael?
Well, yeah, there are so much things here. We were talking about the TurboGrafx earlier, and you mentioned that it was called PC Engine in Japan.
Yeah.
This is a printer peripheral for the PC Engine.
Okay.
So you attach the console into this printer, and there should exist software that uses this printer in some way. It's really weird to think that they released a printer.
Yeah. I just saw this one.
GameCube.
Is it Jungle? What's it called? Jungle Beat?
Yeah.
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 Is that like a platform game with
the
Donkey
bongos?
Kong? Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that game. It's a very good one.
It's a kind of it's intriguing that they made like an adventure game with the bongos. Originally, I think it was like more like a music rhythm game that they released with it.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
It was just made me happy to see that. I haven't played it since it was released.
Yeah, they made so much crazy stuff.
And we have some. I can just give you a quick overview with old computers. Atari, of course. The family trainer.
Like a dancing mat or a mat controller.
Mega CD 2.
Yeah.
32X. Wow. Commodore 6. Yeah, there are things everywhere.
Yeah, really. The Zodiac, we could show you this one.
Yeah.
So it's not your typical portable gaming device that most people are aware of, but it was quite powerful when it came out during the early 2000s. And they had like Duke Nukem for it, so it wasn't too obscure, but
like a very early smartphone variant.
Yeah, it's
like ahead of its time.
Yeah, it kind of felt like a smartphone.
Awesome, Mikkel.
Yeah.
Thank you for showing us some amazing objects.
Yeah, my pleasure.
And we will, of course, continue to show you more stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
See you next video.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.